When Andy first introduced this project, I got really excited. I was going to get to share a story from my life with the entire class. When our group first met up, I immediately volunteered to be the one to tell the story. Now, I had to fight just a little bit for it, but I won out. Next, I just had to think of a story. I sat in my dorm room and thought, and I just couldn't think of a story that would fit this documentary format. And my stomach growled, and I realized that maybe I was just hungry. I needed a full stomach to be able to think straight. So I went to the student center, and I got some food, and I sat down, and I ate, and I thought, and I failed again. I could not think of anything. Then I remembered that Andy shared that story about the kid being abandoned in a park, and then you can get shots of the park, and it'll be really cool. I'm like, that is an awesome story. I'm sure I have something like that. All I need to do is go to a park to jog my memory. So I went to a park, and I sat in the park, and I thought in the park. And I couldn't think of anything in the park. Then I realized all of these places I had been to had been sort of noisy. Maybe I needed some peace and quiet to actually get my mind working, so I went to the library, and I fell asleep. At this point, I thought maybe I just don't have any stories. Well, I have stories. Don't get me wrong. I have a super interesting life, but maybe they're just too cool to be filmed in this documentary style. They're too hard to replicate. So I went to the quad, and I decided I would sit there and hope that someone would approach me, some drunk hooligan of some sort would do something ridiculous, and it would be funny, and I could tell a story, and everybody would laugh and like me. No one came. I just sat there in the quad by myself. Maybe this wasn't for me. Maybe I should change majors or drop out. I'm just not cut out for this film life, I guess. I'm not interesting enough. I went back to my dorm and was about to go back into my room when I noticed that The Wizard of Oz was on the TV in the lounge. It was at the end of the movie when Glinda is like, "Hey, yo, Dorothy, it was with you all along. You could have gone home any time, man. Just click your heels together, and then you'd be gone." And I was like, huh, it was with her all along. So maybe my story was with me all along. Maybe the story to tell was the story of me searching for the story. And that's my story.